what Mickey just said about GoDaddy. Make sure your hosting company has your back. Companies like GoDaddy and HostGator are large corporations, so they're going to make sure that all of your data is protected, because frankly, those guys don't want to get sued. But it boils down to, especially when they're dealing with business accounts. You deal with the smaller hosting company that's in town or just small, you've got to do your homework and make sure that those guys are doing the things to keep you safe. We deal with it all the time in Integral with companies where a website's hacked because they've dealt with a small hosting company, or their emails been compromised because they dealt with a small hosting company. So you got to call the hosting company and make sure that they're got your back, and if you know of other businesses that use that hosting company, you need to ask them and make sure that they haven't been compromised from their hosting company. Yes?
What do you mean by have your back? What would they actually be responsible for?
Making sure that your account is not going to get hacked, and making sure if their servers go down that you're going to have access to your emails, because there's a lot of small hosting companies out there that only have your stuff stored on one server. And if that server goes away, there goes all your email. Or maybe they've got a server in their house. How secure do you think that's going to be? They probably don't have the firewalls and systems in place to make sure that you're protected from hackers. So those are some of the questions you need to ask your hosting company. So in all honesty, if you're a business, you're probably better off going with the larger companies such as Network Solutions, GoDaddy, or HostGator. Next.
Couldn't you just archive your own emails too?
Well, who does that anymore? I mean, you could, but it's a pain in the butt.
What's the question?
Archiving your emails.
It's just a button though, right?
It's just not, well, it depends on what email service you're using. If you're using Outlook, it's very simple to archive your emails, but Outlook is almost going the way of the dodo. Everyone in here knows what Microsoft Outlook is, right? Okay. How many in here use Outlook? Yes? 1, 2. See? Everyone's going to web-based email because it's more convenient. And a lot of people are starting to use, I don't want to use the technical term, but basically their email is synchronized between all their devices. The term is IMAP. So that's what a lot of people are going to that technology, where if you delete email on your phone, it's going to go away from Outlook. And if you delete it on your smartphone, it'll go away from your tablet. Those are the services people are going with. So yes, you could archive, but 9 times out of 10, you really won't. So you want a hosting company that's going to save all that stuff for you. So this is for folks who have their own IT staff or their own staff in their office. Set a nice security protocol for your staff. Everyone, I know people have heard this. So you heard about the situation that went on in Odessa, Missouri, with the independent school district, correct? No. Staff member gets an email from the superintendent. Hey, I need you to email me all the employee W-2 forms. I need them immediately.
Wow.
So what do you think happened?
Same thing that happened to Black.
What happened was some hackers got a hold of W-2 forms. And you know what information's on a W-2, right? Let's hear from the tax guys. What information's on a W-2? Social security number, address, first name, middle initial, last name. Everything that created an identity. So even for yourself, if you don't have a staff, you need to set some kind of clear-cut policy when it comes with dealing with emails and all sorts of security threats in your business. Educate yourself. Know what things you should open and shouldn't open. And there's threats that are changing daily. So if you can't keep on top of it, you can always call an IT person like myself to say, what are the latest threats that are going around that I should be aware about? Because 9 times out of 10, if you're going to get compromised by a security hack, it's going to be through a phishing scheme. And everyone in here knows what a phishing scheme is, right? If you don't, please say it, because you need to know. Yes? No? Who doesn't know?
Hang on a banner that's flashing, is that good?
No, that's not a phishing scheme. And it's not going to look at the Ozarks either. Carla.
I mean, I routinely, when I get emails, I'll go click on it and go into unsubscribe. And somebody said that a lot of times you could unsubscribe, that's actually a way for them to get in. Is that correct?
It depends on the email. If it's like, if you get an email from like, say, MailChimp or from Constant Contact, if you unsubscribe, that's a legitimate one. But if it's just some random one, there is a good possibility if you unsubscribe that it alerts the cyber criminals that your email address is an active one. Elliot?
Isn't that like a fake page that somebody creates that you would actually be able to go on to, thinking you're on a legitimate page, and then you key your information in a second time?
Hey, a phishing scheme, exactly what that is. You get a fake email. This time of the year would be from the IRS. Hey, you owe some taxes. Send us your information and we'll get it taken care of. Phishing, yes.
We actually had that happen with QuickBooks. We had an issue with them, and our secretary Googled QuickBooks. She clicked on an ad instead of the actual QuickBooks.
Right.
So they lost $3,700, and it took us a month to realize that it wasn't actually fixed.
Really?
Yeah, which makes it sound kind of silly, but basically she only uses it when she does the invoicing, so she didn't even realize.
So what happened to her? Is there some like policy and procedures with your company that she gets fired because she clicked on that?
Well,
I guess
she's been
yes,
there a long
yes.
time, but, we were worried that they might have gotten into our server.
Right.
And we were talking about, really dumb criminals because they essentially could have gotten into our server. They didn't.
They don't care about that because
They just wanted the $3,700.
exactly.
But the credit card company replaced that, and QuickBooks came out, and yeah, so we were all taken care of in the end. But and just the other day, I got a call from someone saying they were Microsoft, and I said, okay, well, I know this is a scam. I hung up.
Right.
But it's stuff like that all the time.
Yeah, keep in mind, hackers don't care about what's on your computer. All they want is the $3,700. So make sure you don't become a victim of a phishing scam, and keep yourself educated as far as what scams are going on out there, so that you don't become a victim.
What are the top three?
I'm sorry, what?
What are the top three right now?
What scams?
Phishing scams.
IRS, and IRS. It's that time of the year. If you would have asked me around Christmas, I would have said Amazon, UPS, and FedEx would be the top phishing scams. But right now, it's all government, IRS related, because people are doing their taxes. You've got people that owe the government, and they don't want to fall victim. Mike?
So if you get an email and you can't, when you try to unsubscribe from it, it won't unsubscribe, that's probably a phishing scam.
Well, how do you know it unsubscribed?
Well, because it says it did, right?
Well, that could be a phishing scam too. Yeah, so you really don't know. That's why I said you have to look at who the source is. So if you get an email from the IRS and it says unsubscribe from our newsletter, do you really think the IRS is sending out monthly newsletters via email? No, I'm being serious. I mean, I know it's funny, but no, they don't. IRS only deals in snail mail. Am I right?
Yeah.
Right.
Snail mail, not even phone calls, right? Unless you like really get in trouble. Well, state will call you, but the Fed, no, they won't call you. They'll just mail you, and then when you get dug in deep enough, then they just show up at your door and start taking stuff. So, all right, IT security is as strong as its weakest link. I hate saying this to everyone in here. How many people have been infected by a virus? Be honest. I'm just holding my hand up. I've never been. Maybe once. But anyway, if you got a virus on your computer, it's because you did something to put it on there. No one hacked into your computer. Hackers from India didn't log into your firewall. You were going, either you went somewhere you shouldn't have went, like a gaming site or some other site, or you were not paying attention and that email from Uncle Joe was really a scam or a virus. So if you got a virus, it's your fault. I mean, that's just the truth. I hate to say it, but it is. But anyway, you need to educate yourself. So you're the strongest link as far as preventing viruses on your computer. You need to have multiple layers of security. Antivirus software. Mac users in here? Yes? Yes? You got antivirus software in your Mac? No? Because Macs don't get viruses, right? They do, yeah, I was going to say, yeah, they do. So yeah, if you're a Mac user, you're under false pretenses that I don't get viruses. You will. So you got to install antivirus software. Free versus paid antivirus. Whatever works, whatever you're comfortable with. Also, firewall is very important for small business, home businesses. Most internet providers give you a firewall in the form of a modem. It's called a wireless gateway. So if you got a wireless gateway, you got a firewall. If you got a router in your house, you got a firewall safe from hackers. And if you have Wi-Fi in your house, make sure that it is password protected. Because even though you think it's okay to let the neighbor kids on your Wi-Fi, they give that information out. Next thing you know, that information falls in the wrong hands and you become a victim. So, but yeah, so keep safe and make sure that you've got all the security things in place. Antivirus and firewall. You got to have it in place. Yes?
You go to a Starbucks and you log into their Wi-Fi, they always say something about your information can be public. I mean, what does that really mean?
It means your information can be public. I mean, seriously, because it's an unsecured Wi-Fi network. I mean, because you go to Starbucks or Panera, you can just hop on and then you're on. But they're saying if someone's smart enough and you don't have the things on your laptop that shouldn't be on, like if you've got shared files, let's say you go into an office or you have a laptop that you share files with, if you take that laptop to a public place and connect to a Wi-Fi network, those files are still shared. So if you got someone like me in there, I can definitely scan that wireless network, find a computer, your files are shared, I can get on and log into it. So,
any way to protect yourself against that, or just not you?
Don't share files. What?
Couple more minutes.
Okay, I'll hurry up. Yes, Mickey.
Is a backup service considered antivirus?
No, backup service just means that I steal your computer. If it blows up, then your files are safe in the cloud.
Okay, it has nothing to do with protection.
No, no protection at all.
Except for that fact.
It's just protecting your files, that's it. Okay, moving along real quick. Take security measures to secure your mobile device. A lot of you don't like passwords on your mobile phone, but you gotta have it because we all do electronic banking or some form of financial stuff on our smartphones and tablets now. So put a password on it. If your iPhone, if you password protect your phone, it actually encrypts the data. So if you lose it and someone gets it, they'll never be able to get this stuff. Same thing with an Android. Password protected, it's encrypted. You lose it, people can't get into your stuff. So password protect your phone. And remember, IT support is not DIY. You guys have your own industries that you deal with. Let companies like us deal with your technology stuff. It may be fun to tinker and do stuff, but most times you get more trouble than what it's worth when you try to fix your own stuff. So if you get in deep, which for a lot of you, that's pretty quickly, just ante up and just call the IT guy to make sure your stuff is taken care of.
Was that a commercial for him?
No, it wasn't a commercial. Whoever you have a relationship with, get with your IT guy and make sure your stuff's right. So, any questions real quick? Yes?
I get emails every once in a while from Nigeria, all over saying that I have funds. Okay, I get emails from places like Nigeria and all saying it's coming from somebody that sounds really important and that they have shared it with the United States Treasury that I have this amount of money that's waiting for me to claim it. And of course, they want you to give all my information. I have no idea how I got into it or how to stop receiving them.
Wait, that's a scam?
You can. Once you wind up on a spammer's list, you're done until that spam campaign runs its course. The way that the email address was compromised is that I know we all have that one or two friends that likes to send jokes around. They forward it to everybody. Eventually those jokes wind up in the hands of a cyber criminal. So that's how your email gets out. No one getting into your computer, no one hacking your email account. It's just a friend who sends your stuff around and they get a hold of your email address. So, especially if you got a business email address, be careful who you share it with because you never know where that email address is going to wind up. Any other questions? I know we got to do drawings and stuff. So.
We got a drawing to do.
All right. Do we get cards?
We've got cards for everyone.
All right. Everyone get their card in here?
Got about 30.
You put your third one in there? Third. All right, here you go.
Oh.
All right. You want to do the honors?
Sure.
All right.
Not rigged. I can't see.
Drum roll, please.
Who won?
Sarah. Sarah Megan.
All right.
All right. Yay.
I saw her walk out.
Oh, you thought she walked in.
Sarah left. Oh, there we go.
All right, guys.